Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I am here today with another Stamp Time with Friends, Roll of the Dice. It is the second Sunday of July, so it is Stampin' Up Day. So today's challenge, a fun fold, layering, black and white, embellishments, and it had to be birthday. So I pulled out lots of fun stuff, and this is what I came up with. Look at how absolutely gorgeous this card is. It is a fun fold. It's a simple fun fold, but it still gives that wow factor. And I love the black and white. You can obviously do any color in white and it will look just as gorgeous. And I love it. So let me show you what we are using. This is the annual catalog, May 2024 through April 2025. And our first tab here, we are using the carryover Sentimental Park stamp set. Now, if you bought the Sentimental Park last catalog, there was a bundle deal. So you got Sentimental Park, Petal Park, the Sentimental Park dies, and the punch for these three flowers. So Petal Park did not come over to the new catalog. So right now you can only get the Sentimental Park with the dies on page 79. So if you see things that you really love, you need to get them because they can go away. Next we used, oh no, embossing folders. So the embossing folder I used was an online exclusive. Don't forget about the online exclusives. There is some really good stuff there that is only online. It is not in the catalog, and they do update that frequently. So I did use one of the embossing folders. I went and looked today and it's no longer available, but you can use any of the embossing folders on page 129 or any of the embossing folders that are on the online exclusives. And then I used basic black and basic white. I like the basic white thick, but you can use regular basic white, it doesn't matter. And then the gems, that's what fell off there. Again, pull out items you haven't used in a long time. I have a whole drawer full of gems, and on the main card I used the basic rhinestones, which are one of my favorites. Here they are, page 114, 115. You can use any of these gems. I also pulled out these festive pearls. The silver would have looked gorgeous on there. I pulled out these, which were classic matte dots. So, you know, include old and new stuff. I have a funny feeling these may come back around Halloween time. I don't know for sure, but they might. And the same thing with these festive pearls. They came out during the Christmas catalogs, so they may or may not come back out. I don't know. But I used these, the basic rhinestones. Okay, and of course my Memento Tuxedo Black and whatever adhesive you want. I also did use my Stamparatus, which you can no longer get, so hopefully you guys bought it when I told you it was going away. So, alright, so for this card, you need one sheet of 8.5 by 11 basic black, and then you're going to need scraps as well for your die cut. But what we're going to do is put the short side up top, score it at 4 1/4, and cut it at 5 1/2. Okay. And then you're going to take your basic whites and you're going to cut 2 pieces at 4 by 5 1/4. Those are your inside pieces. You're going to cut 2 pieces which are 2 3/4 by 5 1/4, and that's what you're going to emboss on. And then you're going to use your basic white scraps to cut out the insert piece of the die. So you're going to cut this big one out in black. As you can see, it still has some little black pieces in there. And then this piece down here was the white insert. So when I'm making a bunch of these cards, which you can change these for any occasion, any colors. I think this might be my Christmas card this year. How cute would that be just to put Merry Christmas and change this to the snow embossing folder? Wouldn't that be super cute? And then maybe stamp a poinsettia or something. I can tell you, oh, actually by now, the time this video comes out, the new online exclusives will be out, and there are some gorgeous Christmas sets in there. All right, let's go ahead and start making our cards. So for our card base, to make it this fun fold, you're going to cut 1.25 inches off one of your sides. So this is how I did it. I just did 1.25 inches. Doesn't matter what side because it's cardstock. Okay. That's it. And 1.25 inches. So that makes your little flap 3 inches. Okay. And we're going to take our bone folder and make sure that card is creased very well. Okay. There we go. You're going to go ahead and cut down your little panels, and you're going to emboss them, and you're going to glue them right on top of your panel. I like to use wet glue when I use a 3D embossing folder. So I'm just putting wet glue on. I know you can't see that, but I'm just gluing. You can hear it. Okay. This gives you a little less than 1/4 inch border all around. I usually like a smaller border, but on this card, I liked the larger border. So if you're assembly lining these, I would cut all of my bases first, and then I would cut the 1.25 inches off. And then the next thing I would do is take all of my white panels that need to be embossed, cut those all down to the 2 3/4 by 5 1/4, emboss all of them, and then I would move to the inside. Okay. I would cut all of my insides down to the 4 by 5 1/4. And then stamp all of them. So for mine, I did a little flower there and a little happy birthday from the Sentimental Park. Obviously, you can use whatever you want. So if you have the Stamparatus, great. If not, use your Misty. You can use your blocks, your clear blocks. Okay, Memento ink. Okay, because I tried to get that on camera, look what I did. So all I'm going to do is just flip it over. That's it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this on camera. Nope. Not going to be able to. Okay, that's all right. So you're just going to ink up your little decoration. I guess, oh, you know what? Here we go. And stamp it down. And I don't like how the flower didn't get a lot of ink, so I'm just going to ink that again. That's the good thing about your Stamparatus, your Misty, your Tim Holtz Travel, whichever one you have. I'm going to do my second insert if I can find it. And then, you know, this is what I would do. Just stamp all of them. And then you're good for the next step. All right, that one looks good. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and clean these. And I just spritz some Stampin' Scrub, like the cleaner. Mine's actually not from Stampin' Up because I ran out, and so I had to, where I was, I couldn't get it. So I just got whatever stamp cleaner I could find or where it was. Okay. And then just one of these lint-free paper towels for right now. Okay. There's that. So we have our insides. Oh, I got a little yuck on there. I'm going to redo this one because I got a little yuck on there. That's the only bad thing about working with a lot of white. You have to be very careful. You know what? I'm not really bothered by that. Yes, I am. That's why I don't take my stamps off until I'm actually completely done. Because as you can see, I was not happy with that. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and stamp our insert pieces. And Tuxedo Black again. I'm going to do one more go around. All right. And then your second one. So you can see that little pink mark right there. That's how I decided where I was going to line them up. So I know exactly where to put my insert piece every single time, so they're all uniform. Obviously, if you're using your blocks, then you're just going to freehand it. Okay. All right, so we're all done with our stamping. Okay, so that's all cleaned up. So now we can go ahead and put in our insides layers. Oh, my tape runner's out already. Yep, it is out. Okay. And you're just gonna line this up in the middle. And this is what I would do. I would tape all of them, or glue, whatever you want. And get all of these lined up, and then work with your next piece. So you could probably do like, I don't know, 10 or so of these quickly. Obviously, when you're doing a tutorial, it's not going to be as quick. Okay. All right, so now we have our cut aparts here. So we're going to jump in there. Make sure it's lined up. This is your hardest part right here, is lining this little insert up. Make sure it's not crooked. I like to put a little glue behind it just so it stays in place. Okay. So yeah, so that could just be another, you know, 10 minutes or so lining up all of your pieces. Like just assembly line, do each piece each day. I know a lot of people like to work on their lunch break at work. Just, you know, crafting is a nice calming therapy. And so you could just do each step on your lunch break for like a week and you'll have like 30 cards. Okay, make sure it's straight. Add some glue if you like. Okay. All right. And then you're just going to add it on. You can, if you want, you can add it on with dimensionals. You can add it on with glue. I just chose to add it on with glue about halfway. Oops. Because sometimes when you get a lot of dimensionals, you have to pay more postage. Oh, the other thing I forgot to tell you, make sure you pop out all the little pieces before you put your glue on there. Okay. And then whatever looks straight to you. Oh gosh. My glue dried. Okay, there you go. And I like the wet glue doing that because sometimes it looks straight when you lay it down, but when you pick it up it looks crooked. But there is your final card. You can always add white flowers here. I do have the white ink somewhere, but feel free to add, you know, a little flower on that side if you want to. Let's go ahead and add this one. And then your gems, you're just going to add whatever you want. Don't fuss with it too much because you're just going to fuss yourself into annoyance. Alright, gems. What did I do with all my gems? Let's just see how they look with the different... Remember, I used the basic rhinestones on the first one. This one I'm using some retired gems. One floating in the air. One over here. One down here. Okay. And then let's take this one and use the black gems. There you go. Oh, that's beautiful too. So yeah, so mix old and new. And you can purchase everything except for these 2 packs of gems from my website. And you guys definitely hop on to the next person. Karan is probably doing live, so definitely jump over there. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.